The Arkham game series has brought the iconic superhero Batman to life in a remarkable and immersive way. Spanning several critically acclaimed titles, these games have provided fans with an extraordinary journey into the dark and complex world of the Caped Crusader. This video explores the captivating story of Batman as portrayed in the Arkham games, tracing the origins, the character development, the impact on the gaming industry. If you're a fan of the Arkham games, this video's for you.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Fear. I'm vengeance.
The Arkham game series kicks off with Batman Arkham Asylum, released in 2009. Developed by Rocksteady Studios, the game set the foundation for a gritty and realistic interpretation of Batman's universe. Players are thrust into the role of the Dark Knight as he faces off against his most notorious foes, including the Joker, in the haunting confines of Arkham Asylum. The game beautifully captures Batman's detective skills, martial arts prowess, and stealth abilities, while still showcasing the psychological warfare that he engages in with his adversaries. As the Arkham series progresses, we witness a deep exploration of Batman's character and the internal struggles that he faces. The game delves into his relentless pursuit of justice, his unwavering moral code, and the burdens he carries as Gotham's protector. Through intricate storytelling and captivating narratives, we see the emergence of not only Batman but also the complex man behind the mask, Bruce Wayne. The Arkham games provide a glimpse into Wayne's tragic past, his intricate relationships with allies and enemies, and the sacrifices he must make to protect the city that he loves. The games present a formidable rogues gallery, featuring classic villains like the Joker, Two-Face, Penguin, and Poison Ivy, as well as lesser-known adversaries such as Professor Pig and Firefly. Each villain is meticulously crafted, showcasing their unique traits, motivations, and twisted personalities. The games also highlight Batman's alliances, from his trusted butler Alfred Pennyworth to the skilled hacker Oracle, and of course the enigmatic Catwoman. These relationships deepen the narrative and offer dynamic gameplay opportunities as Batman relies on his allies to overcome certain challenges. The Arkham games revolutionized the action-adventure genre with their innovative gameplay mechanics. The free-flow combat system introduced fluid and cinematic combat sequences, allowing players to execute devastating combos and counter enemy attacks with precision. The stealth-focused Predator encounters showcase Batman's mastery of the shadows and his ability to strike fear into the hearts of criminals. The games also incorporated detective elements, where players use Batman's analytical skills to examine crime scenes and piece together clues, further immersing them into the world of the Dark Knight. The successor to Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, released in 2011, took the series to new heights. It built a more expansive, immersive, and ambitious Batman experience. One of the most significant improvements in Arkham City was the introduction of an open-world environment. Unlike the confined corridors of Arkham Asylum, Arkham City presented players with a vast and detailed district of Gotham City, transformed into a maximum security prison. This sprawling setting allowed for unprecedented exploration and freedom, granting players the ability to glide across rooftops, traverse alleyways, and uncover hidden secrets. This expanded open world provided a more authentic and dynamic portrayal of Batman's crime-ridden domain. Arkham City redefined and expanded upon the already solid gameplay mechanics of Arkham Asylum. That free-flow combat system became even more fluid and refined, allowing for seamless transitions between strikes, counters, and special moves. Additionally, new gadgets and upgrades were introduced, further expanding Batman's arsenal and combat options. The improved Predator encounters featured enhanced stealth mechanics, giving players more strategic choices when taking down their enemies. The gameplay enhancements in Arkham City created a more polished and satisfying experience once again for players. Now, while Arkham Asylum delivered a gripping narrative, City elevated the storytelling to new heights. The game presented a complex and layered plot that entwined Batman with an array of iconic villains and morally ambiguous allies. The narrative explored themes of morality, power, and sacrifice, delving into the psychological depths of both Batman and his adversaries. The addition of new characters such as Catwoman and Hugo Strange brought fresh dynamics and expanded the already diverse cast of the Batman game universe. It also expanded the range and depth of side missions, offering players a more varied and engaging experience outside of the main story arc. Players could undertake a multitude of optional missions, including solving Riddler's elaborate puzzles, stopping random crimes in progress, and taking down notorious assassins that are hunting Batman. These side missions provide a sense of urgency and purpose to Batman's ongoing fight against crime, while also offering additional opportunities to explore the richly detailed world of Arkham City. There were also visual and technical improvements. The graphics were more polished, environments were more detailed and immersive, the character animations were defined. The game seamlessly transitioned between indoor and outdoor environments, further enhancing the sense of scale and immersion. The technical improvements in Arkham City elevated the overall presentation, creating once again a visually stunning and extremely immersive Batman experience. It's fair to say that Arkham City built upon the successes of its predecessor Arkham Asylum and exceeded expectations, delivering a far more ambitious Batman adventure. With its expanded on open world, refined gameplay mechanics, compelling narrative, diverse characters, varied side missions, and visual and technical improvements, Arkham City solidified the franchise's position as a cornerstone of superhero gaming. The improvements showcased in this version set a new benchmark for the series and left fans eagerly anticipating the next installment, further solidifying Batman's reign as the ultimate video game superhero. Following this, we had Batman Arkham Origins, released in 2013. It serves as sort of a prequel to the Arkham series, exploring Batman's early years as a crime fighter in Gotham City. While it shares similarities to the other Arkham games, Origins introduces several notable differences that set it apart from its previous games. The game takes place on Christmas Eve, approximately 5 years before the events of Arkham Asylum. The game focuses on Batman's encounters with a range of iconic villains, including Black Mask, Joker, Bane, and others. Unlike the other games, which largely take place in Arkham Asylum or the city itself, Origins expands the settings to include different districts of Gotham City. The story delves into the origins of Batman's relationships with these villains and the challenges he faces early in his career. One of the key differences in Origins is Batman's portrayal as a relatively inexperienced crime fighter. Unlike the seasoned vigilante we see in later games, Origins presents a Batman who is still learning and evolving. This inexperience is reflected in his combat abilities, detective skills, and overall confidence, making the gameplay and character progression feel distinct from other Arkham titles. It also introduced an enhanced detective mode, allowing players to recreate crime scenes and piece together clues to solve mysteries. This feature adds a new layer of detective work and investigation to the gameplay, once again managing to provide a fresh gameplay experience. Players also had access to an expanded Batcave, which served as Batman's central hub and base of operations. The Batcave contains various interactive elements, including a Batcomputer, costume display, a training facility, and giving those hardcore Batman fans some cool little Easter eggs by showcasing Batman's early crime-fighting equipment. Speaking of crime-fighting equipment, there are new gadgets and abilities for Batman in this game, such as the Remote Claw and Shock Gloves. These additions expand Batman's arsenal and offer new strategies for combat and traversal. Now, a first for the Arkham series in this game, unlike the other games, was the introduction of a multiplayer mode. The multiplayer component featured a unique take on the typical multiplayer experience. Players can choose to play as a member of Joker or Bane's gang, while other players assume the role of Batman and Robin. This mode allowed for intense online battles and added a really competitive element to the game. Now, while Arkham Origins maintains the core gameplay mechanics, combat system, and atmospheric setting that define the Arkham series, it distinguishes itself through its emphasis on Batman's early career, expanded detective features, the Batcave, new gadgets, and of course the inclusion of a multiplayer mode. These differences provide a fresh perspective on Batman's journey and contribute to the overall evolution and diversity of the ever-expanding Arkham game franchise. The next release was Batman Arkham Knight. Released in 2015, it serves as the epic conclusion to the Arkham series developed by Rocksteady Studios. It builds upon the foundations laid by its predecessors while introducing new gameplay elements and an emotionally charged storyline. Here are the key features and differences that make Arkham Knight stand out as the final installment in the Arkham game series. There is the evolved Gotham City. Arkham Knight presents players with an expansive and visually stunning representation of the city of Gotham. It's larger than ever before, featuring densely populated areas, iconic landmarks, and a seamless open-world environment. The introduction of the Batmobile as a playable vehicle allows players to traverse the city streets in an unprecedented way, adding a new level of exploration and mobility. Speaking of the Batmobile, it's one of the defining features of this game. Players can call upon the Batmobile at any time, using it for fast travel, combat, and solving puzzles. The Batmobile is customizable and equipped with various gadgets, including a winch and a riot suppressor. Its addition adds a new dimension to gameplay, blending high-speed vehicular action with Batman's signature stealth and combat mechanics. The game also introduced fear takedowns, allowing Batman to take down multiple enemies simultaneously while striking from the shadows. This new mechanic enables players to execute thrilling and dynamic takedowns, showcasing Batman's combat prowess. Additionally, the dual play feature allows players to seamlessly switch between Batman and his allies, including Robin, Nightwing, and Catwoman during combat encounters, leading to exhilarating team-up moves and strategies. The title character, the Arkham Knight, serves as the primary antagonist in the game. Created specifically for this series, the Arkham Knight is a highly skilled and militarized version of Batman, trained to counter his every move. The mystery surrounding the Arkham Knight's identity becomes a central plot point, adding intrigue and tension to the storyline. I'm sure most of you know by now who he turns out to be, but I'm going to keep it a secret in this video just in case I spoil it for any of you. Go and play the game if you haven't already. Arkham Knight delves deep into the psychological aspects of Batman's character, exploring the impact on his relentless pursuit of justice on his psyche. The game explores the relationship between Batman and his rogue gallery, particularly with the Joker, whose presence lingers as a hallucination within Batman's mind. The emotionally charged narrative adds layers of complexity to Batman's journey and provides a satisfying conclusion to the series. Once again, the game manages to refine the already polished free-flow combat system, offering smoother and more fluid animations. It introduces new enemy types and challenges, forcing players to adapt their strategies. Additionally, Batman's arsenal of gadgets is expanded, featuring new gadgets such as the Disruptor and the Voice Synthesizer, which add depth to both combat and stealth gameplay. Arkham Knight also introduces dual objective missions, which require players to simultaneously engage in a main story mission while dealing with additional side missions or events occurring within Gotham City. This design choice adds urgency and complexity to the gameplay, providing a sense of a living, breathing city under constant threat. With its expanded Gotham City, the inclusion of the Batmobile, enhanced combat mechanics, emotionally charged storyline, and the conclusion of Batman's journey in this series, Arkham Knight offers a fitting and immersive finale to a beloved franchise. It combines familiar elements with exciting innovations, delivering an unforgettable gaming experience for fans of The Dark Knight, even if 70% of it is basically a tank simulator. The Arkham games have a lasting impact on both the gaming industry and Batman's legacy. They not only elevated the superhero genre, but also set a new standard for licensed games, demonstrating that a rich narrative, faithful adaptation, and innovative gameplay could create an immersive experience for players. The success of the Arkham series paved the way for future superhero games and contributed to the broader acceptance and appreciation of video games as a storytelling medium. And that's pretty much it, my friends. This video was just intended to be, well, sort of a love letter to the Arkham games. Not necessarily just me discussing how much I love the game and what makes it so great, but celebrating the franchise and each release, giving you guys essentially a soft history of one of my favourite game series of all time. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like me to do an in-universe history of the Batman from this series, then let me know in the comments down below. It's something I've been thinking of doing for a while. That's it from me today, my friends. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and return to the Batcave for more Bat content.
What are you? I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Fear. I'm vengeance.